Okay, so let's dismantle this lock one piece at a time. So here is the back. Unfortunately, these two plates here are crimped, so I won't be able to remove them. So that's going to be the first lock. And then from there, I think I will go and grab this lever here. So this lever goes, so there's like two forks, and that's number. They're going into this groove here, and taking this spring-loaded thing here. I think this is actually the reset. So when you close back the shackle, it's auto-locking, and so I think this is auto-locking mechanism. The next thing that you remove is this butterfly thing here. So this one I might be able to pull this pin out. We'll see. Okay, so that would be butterfly. Behind the butterfly, so the next step is to remove the shackle. So the whole shackle comes out. In the back, so the butterfly is put in tension using these two springs here. I don't know, can I get the spring? Can I get the spring out? Oh yeah, I can get the spring out. Cool. Okay, so one spring. Two spring. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, okay, so this thing where is this thing to? Oh, okay. This whole thing is coming up away. Okay, so that was in the groove. Interesting. So there's two pieces here. I'm not going to try to remove them, but okay, so that would be the next one. And then I think we are basically down to the wheels now, and from there, oh, this is so grimy, it's terrible. I think now I need to get, there's a very small C-clip here. Let's see, it's going to be difficult to remove. Maybe I can use my C-clip. I don't know. Can I get it maybe just this way? Oh yeah, it's coming. Good. Okay. Nearly there. Up. Yes, nice. Okay. Where is my other tweezer? Okay, so very small C-clip. Okay. Yeah, these tweezers are slightly magnetic. And now I should be able to get some of these wheels out. Let's see. How is that working? Okay, so I had to punch it out with like a piece of a mallet and a piece of wood. This thing is really stuck, but hopefully after cleaning it should be good. So this is the external wheel, and then okay, so that's the interesting part here. Let me put some light here. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so this one is out. Yep. And now is the wheel pack actually a one piece? Oh no, it's coming out. Okay, so first thing is one of these. Okay, washer. Then okay, I need to peel it from two sides. Here we are. Good. Okay, so this is the first wheel, and oh nice. Okay, so there is mamma mia, so much grease in there. Okay, so it goes this way. Okay, then you have this wheel. Okay, so here you have the track and you have the knob on the back that catch the next wheel. And okay, here you have like another of these like spacer. Okay, so let me put it in the right order. So wheel and then repeat, so a spacer, then this guy, then the wheel number 2. Okay, wheel number 2. And okay, the spacer, okay, wheel number 2, and then rinse and repeat, one of these guy, one of these spacer, and to finish the ooh, that was really crunchy. Okay, and that's the end of the disassembly. Okay, so this is a couple of days after I disassembled everything. So what I did was I dunked everything into bath of this paint thinner that I will put a picture of it. This is pretty nasty stuff. You really have to be outside or in a very well ventilated area. You don't want this thing to touch your hand. So I was using gloves, and the first thing that I did was I used a toothbrush to just really scrape everything and then leave them a couple of hours in the bath, and then just wash like twice to remove as much as possible of this thing. And then I let these pieces aerate for like a day and a half to 2 days just to make sure that everything is gone. The end result is actually pretty good. You can see that pretty much everything has been cleaned up, and I will put a picture for to compare before and after. Also, as you can see, there's a lot more rings and spacer, and the reason is that they were hidden in the grease. So I basically discovered them when I cleaned up everything. It looks very complex, but it's actually not so difficult to reassemble once you understand the principle. So the first thing that you have is this like very, very thin copper spacer, and I think this is just because they don't want the wheel to be touching the casing, maybe for cold soldering or maybe just for lubrication. So the first wheel is different from the two others, and the main difference when you look on the back, there is no knobs to rotate the next wheel. So here you can see there is a knob here. Same thing for the third wheel. So that's how you would make the difference between the first from the second and third. So first you put it this way, and then you have this repeating pattern of like a spacer followed by a finger, like this ring with a finger that will rotate the next wheel. So it has to go in this like groove. Another spacer, and then you can put the next wheel at that point. So the next wheel and this finger will use this other finger and rotate the next wheel. So let me just put the wheel and rinse and repeat. A spacer, the finger, another spacer, and the last wheel, a spacer, a finger, another spacer, and that's it. The wheel pack is kind of finished. So now you can put the dial in, and the dial wheel. So this is like press fit and was a little bit tight to remove, but now that I've done it a couple of times, it's easier. And you sort of can see that the groove for the C-clip is visible now. Also, you can check that it's actually working very well, and I get every time I turn once, another wheel is coming. I'm not going to put the C-clip back because I want to be easily open for after. So let me put the two axles for the butterfly mechanism. Here we are. Then I need to put the two springs for same thing for the butterfly. So let me grab a peak here. Perfect. Now at that point we can put the scrambling mechanism. So this is to re-scramble the padlock when you close it, and goes into this corner. Then you can put the shackle, the fence or butterfly mechanism, here we are. And to finish, before closing everything, we have this lever that is used to, when you change the combination, I'm not exactly sure how it works yet, because I don't have a combination change key, but you know, I have one in order, so it will be coming soon. And then from there you can close the back of the padlock. So I will just do that. Perfect. And now we have a functioning padlock, and it's very smooth, very not stuck at all. I did play with the wheels, so the combination has changed from before, but I did decode it, so I'm not going to go through the same process. And just to make sure that everything works, so I will first turn it more than 3 times, and on the left, and then the first number is 28.5, and this is just because it's random. I put it at a location and it turns out to be 28.5. Then I turn the other way, pick the first wheel, pick the second wheel, and the second number is a 0. So I go back to 0. And then on the other side, I'm going to pick up the first wheel, and the third number is a 14. So 14. And then to open, you have to go back to 0. Back to 0. And now the padlock opens. So that's great. I have a functioning lock ready for me to train how to manipulate it, and you know, that I can open and study from the inside. So that's perfect. Anyway, that's all for today. Remember the rule: only try this at home and leave any ferrule locks to professional. Thank you.